was a weird one. At first, you know, there'd been conversations about it happening, so part of me expected it. And then when I saw it happening in different parts of, you know, where we were, I was like, okay, we might be safe, because if it's already happened here, does that mean that I'm still included? But then when I got the call to say, you know, can you come for a chat, I kind of knew it was there. And again, as I say, I kind of knew it was coming, but it was still a shock all the same. The whole concept of redundancy is really strange, because it's not supposed to be performance based. It's for the good of the business, and that makes sense, and I don't want anybody to think that I hold any contempt or anger or whatever against, you know, my old employer. I don't. I absolutely loved working there. They're you know, some of the most amazing people I've worked with so far, and you know, if this is what we need to do to maintain and keep the business alive, then absolutely, you know. That makes you sound like a bit of a martyr, but you know, you get my point. Like I would rather the company survive than not. And if this is what it takes, then that's okay. But at the same time, I can't help but feel like I must have failed in some way. I don't know if that's my fault, or as I say, you know, the whole concept is strange, and I was left feeling quite. I kind of felt like I let myself down, and you know, it was my fault that these things were happening. But you know, it's not. So anyway, a couple of the messages that I put at the end of yesterday's video are things that I'm gonna really try and stick to. I think everybody needs to understand that change for the better part is good, and an ability to adapt is a strong characteristic to have. Not everyone is fortunate enough to be able to fall and land on their feet every time, but the ethic and ability to drive and get back on your feet is something that everyone can learn. As I obviously said yesterday as well, I'm lucky enough to know people and have friends from, you know, the industry I used to work in that were able to give me some part-time work to keep me going and make sure that I kind of stayed afloat, and then hopefully that will turn into something more full-time and life will go on. So yeah, I'm very fortunate to have that, but I know that not everyone is the same. So I have to look at yesterday as I'm lucky, essentially. I'm lucky that I was able to, you know, one door closed behind me and another one almost immediately opened. Not everyone gets that opportunity, so I need to take that and run with it. I woke up this morning feeling like I need to go back to a mental state that I was in about a year and a half ago. About end of March, end of April last year, 2019, I got myself into this kind of over positive, very motivated mental position where I was getting up at 5:30, 6 o'clock, I was bashing out a 5K or a run in the morning. I was then going to work and you know, I was starting my day that much earlier. And as much as that doesn't sound like any dramatic change, for me, who, if anybody that knows me knows that I find it very easy to be lazy. If there's a situation where I could kick back for an extra 20 minutes rather than get something done, or push something and do it tomorrow rather than right now, I would probably do that. But I would like to think that's old me, and when I say new me, I mean me of this time last year. I'd rather get shit done, for lack of a better phrase. I'm probably going to quote him forever. He's one of the people I've always listened to and look at for motivation in anything, but I was watching one of his vlogs this morning and Casey says, free time is the enemy of progression. And what that means is that if you have free time, you're not doing anything, but if you're working, you're moving forward. And by working, that doesn't mean your 9 to 5 or the only job, the job that you have at that minute. It means working for something that's going to push you forward in whatever you want that to be. So it's kind of how you interpret that. And when I say free time, I mean like downtime. I mean sitting about, watching Netflix or playing games or whatever. Basically just doing fuck all. But if you're working, you're progressing, which means you're moving forward and you're bettering. So I'm gonna try and get back into that state of not doing fuck all. I don't mean for this to be some attack on people who like to chill out. I like to chill out, everyone likes to chill out. But I think just with the situation where we are now, or where I am now rather, I want to make sure that I'm doing lots and I'm busy. I'm happy when I'm busy. So I start my new part-time job today, and I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna work my ass off. I'm gonna go and absolutely blitz it, and I want to be engrossed in it. I want to push hard, and if there's progression available there, fantastic. If there's not, that's okay. Doors closed, others open. The amount of support that I received yesterday from people commenting on the Facebook video or text I got or messages or whatever was overwhelming. I don't mean that to be #humble, but it was amazing and it was lovely. It was really warming to see that. If anyone's gonna have a takeaway from this, I think the only thing I would try and hit home is that if you fall down 6 times, get up 7. And as much as that's incredibly cliche and deep and whatever, it's true. Life's gonna continually hit you in whatever way. No one has it easy. Those that look like they have it easy have probably failed 100 times. The only way you learn anything is by failing at it and rinse and repeat, isn't it? So, if you fall down, get back up. Yeah.